Hello everyone, myself Suprita Jain, MCOM Final, Manchunath Pai Memorial Government First Grade College, Karkala, Udupi District. I am here going to explain about the concept of interest rate swaps. First, know the meaning of interest rate swaps. It is a contractual agreement between two counterparties to exchange one interest payment for another over a set of period of time. The two parties that agrees to exchange the cash flows are called counterparties of the swap. And interest rate swaps is the exchange of fixed rate payment for floating rate payment. And here the principal amount is notional because there is no need to exchange actual amounts of the principal in a single currency transaction, and there is no foreign exchange component to be taken account of. It is important to note 2 points, that is, there is no exchange of principal amount either initially or on maturity, as the notional principal amount is the same, and on each interest payment date only the net amount will be paid or received by the counterparties. Characteristics of interest rate swaps. Notional principal. Interest amount, whether fixed or floating, is calculated on a specified amount borrowed or lent, and parties do not exchange this amount at any time. It remains constant throughout the life of the swap. Interest rate. In that, fixed rate and floating rate. First, know the fixed rate. This is the rate which is used to calculate the size of the fixed payment, and the counterparties agrees on the rate itself as well as the day count convention to be applied. Floating rate. A floating rate is the interest rate which is calculated using a reference interest rate like LIBOR, that means London Interbank Offer Rate, Treasury Bill Rate, Primary Rate, etc., on which basis the floating interest rate is determined in the swap agreement. Trade date, effective date. Trade date. Fixed rate payment are normally paid semi-annually or annually. For example, it may be March 1st, September 1st, etc. Trade date may be defined as such date on which the swap deal is concluded. Effective date. Effective date is that date from which the first fixed and floating payments start to occur. For example, a 5-year swap is traded on August 30, 2002. The effective date may be September 1st, 2002, and 10 payment dates from March 1st, 2003 to September 1st, 2007. Duration. The lifetime of the swap is, it can go from as short 1 week to as long as 30 years or more. Currency. The currency in which the swap is denominated and which the payment are made. And most of the interest rate swaps types are single currency. But there are also types of interest rate swaps which are using more than one currency, like currency swaps or quantity swaps, etc. Master agreement. The advantages of signing a master agreement is that the terms agreed upon in that document do not need to be renegotiated for each individual transaction and apply automatically. Cost of a swap transaction. Entering into a swap itself does not generate any particular cost, and also, with the exception of fees due to the broker or electronic trading platforms or the administrative cost of handling the confirmations, payments, etc. Cancellation of swap. In case one of the counterparties would like to get out of the swap transaction before its maturity, both parties can reach the mutual consent to terminate the swap early. So, the interest rate swaps are used by a wide range of commercial banks, investment banks, insurance companies, mortgage companies, investment vehicles, and trusts, government agencies, etc. Next, know the advantages of interest rate swaps. To obtain lower cost funding, to hedge interest rate exposure, no upfront payment. In option and feature, there are upfront payment required, but in swap, no upfront payment is required. Reduction in borrowing cost. As borrowing cost in market depends upon credit rating of the borrower, and this borrowing cost also depends upon interest rate basis. It helps to manage the fixed and floating interest rate mix in a debt mix. It provides flexibility and it can be used to reduce the exposure arising due to changes in interest rate. And it is helps to implement overall asset or liability management strategies and to take speculative positions in relation to future movements in interest rates. And they are a versatile financial tool used in global financial markets. And treasurer can use the interest rate swaps. These are all the advantages of interest rate swaps. Swaps can broadly be classified into two types, fixed to floating and floating to floating. First, know the fixed to floating. Here, the customer receives the cash flows at a fixed rate of interest and simultaneously pays cash flows at a floating rate of interest rate, or vice versa. The cash outflows are calculated on a notional principal amount. The floating rate of interest is usually determined by reference to a transparent benchmark. Floating to floating. In this kind of swap, both the counterparties exchange interest amounts based on two different floating reference rates through the life of the swap. Example of floating rate benchmark could be overnight money rate, term money rate, government securities yield to maturity, treasury bill yield to maturity, and however not all of these are currently available in India. Next, know the who can enter into an interest rate swaps. Primary dealers, banks, and financial institutions are allowed to enter into a rupee interest rate swaps for the purpose of hedging their exposure as well as for market making. However, corporate customers are allowed to enter into a rupee interest rate swaps only for the purchase of hedging the interest rate risk on an underlying asset or liabilities. In case of non-rupee interest rate swaps, all participants are allowed to enter into these transactions only for the purpose of hedging an underlying exposure. Next, know the how swaps work. Upon determining that an interest rate swap would be prudent financial decision, an entity employs a swap dealer to arrange the terms of the swap. The party with the outstanding floating rate debt seeks the lowest possible fixed rate. Other factors such as financial strength of the dealer and the counterparty also considered at this time. The counterparty's floating rate usually is determined using an index. Once the parties agrees to the terms arranged by the swap dealer, they must enter into a ISDA, that means International Swap Dealers Association, master agreement and certification. After agreement upon the terms, the parties are ready to enter into an interest rate swap. Interest payments are determined only on a monthly, semi-annual or annual basis. This difference is the only amount exchanged. Principal and interest payments are not exchanged. The net difference between the two interest payments is paid by the party whose payments exceed the others. Next, know the risk associated with the interest rate swaps are the counterparty to the contract may default. Many entities attempt to mitigate this risk by swapping only with counterparties whose financial position is rated higher. Another risk with the swap is basis point risk, exposing the swapper to unexpected additional cost. Basis point risk occurs when the index used for the swap contract is not corresponding to the actual interest rate on the variable rate debt. This risk can be also eliminated by having the counterparty pay the same variable rate as the rate on the bonds. Finally, an issuer must factor in the cost of swapper fees. These fees are paid to the dealer and they can erode a seasonable portion of the savings created by a swap. And also, if the swap turns unfavorable, a swapper must pay an unwind fee or assigned fee to terminate the agreement. Thank you.